What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to this weekend's weekly market breakdown for the week of January 12th through the 17th. Just wanted to make sure I hear myself on stream. We're good to go. We're good to go. Gonna give everybody another 2 minutes to join. We'll start at 2:02 p.m. So we'll give everybody till the 2-minute mark here on the TradingView chart. Once again, for the new people coming in, welcome. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys stick around for a little bit. We're going to go over the pairs that you see on the right hand side of your screen, the ones with the red flag, starting off with AU, finishing off with USOIL. We will be going in order, so once again, we'll be going over AU, EA, EU, ECAD, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USDZAR, Gold, Bitcoin, and USOIL. If you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. If the pair that you have the question on isn't a pair that we look at, then we'll go over that towards the end of the stream. If it is a pair that you see on the list, once again, we'll get to that. We'll go in order. Also, for the people who are going to be watching the recording, I know there's going to be a few of you this week, especially with the games going on this weekend. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. You could either reach out on the Discord, reach out on X, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you feel comfortable messaging me at. All our social medias are in the description below. When you ask your question, if it's a question specifically about a pair that we're looking at, just make sure you let me know what the timestamp is. For example, let me know, hey, I have a question about GBPJPY in 13 minutes and 40 seconds when you said this, right? Then that way, when we do our one-on-one session, when we go over the question that you had, we'll be able to go right back to the video and answer the question. Mr. Mike, welcome to the stream, my brother. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Also, I'm gonna do this session fairly quick. It's gonna be very similar to how we did Friday's or how we did Thursday's session. You know, obviously we'll go over a little bit more in detail if we need to, if there's something that needs to be said. For example, we'll go over the daily time frame, market makers pattern, go over the 4-hour time frame. Do we have any continuations? We'll update our 4-hour time frame, and then we'll go over the 30-minute time frame as well. Update our 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, and we'll go on from there. Gonna give everybody another 30 seconds here, and then we'll get started. Alright, so let's get started. So AU, we know we're in A2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push right back to the bottom, right, in peak low territory, right back to our bottom. Now, this is a pair where for the last couple weeks, personally, I've been saying I don't like how price left us with a gap here at the top of the market. I would have loved to have seen price fill this gap up first and then continue the trend, but again, we understand that gaps in the market don't need to be filled right away. It doesn't have to be filled the same day. It doesn't have to be filled the same week, the same month, the same year. It could take a little bit for gaps to be filled up in the market. So with that being said, am I surprised that price didn't fill that gap up? No. Now, I would have loved to have seen price fill that gap up. Would have felt a lot more comfortable taking these trades in the last couple of weeks. However, it's all good, right? It happens. There's really nothing to update in our daily time frame. Right now we're at the lower low. So we'll love for price. First and foremost, let's talk about where we're at. We're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. We're at the bottom of the daily low. This is where previously prices rejected these lows and then went right back to the top side. So at this point, I am going to be looking for a break of structure. This first red candle that closed below the zone, this is a testing candle, right? Our break of structure, our confirmed break of structure is going to be the next daily candle. It needs to close below the previous. So we'll wait another day or two for AU to give us that confirmed break of structure. In the 4-hour time frame, we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low down here, right? We also know that this week, let's add a few lines here real quick. So we'll add Sunday at 5 p.m. Sunday at 5 p.m. Sunday at 5 p.m. We'll add a few lines here so we don't have to do this every single time we do this session on Sunday. Sunday at 5 p.m. Sunday at 5 p.m. Perfect. So last week we had a week of no net. This previous week we had a week of drop. So no continuations. Just gonna leave that just like that. And again, we're in a lower low on AU, so we already had 3 days of drop as well. Perfect. Gave us a 4th day push to the bottom. Price again gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a lower low. Right, push down to the bottom. What time frame line is this? Give me 1 second. Let's backtrack real quick. This is the daily line. This is why everything should be the visuals. This should only be in the daily time frame. I don't want to see this anywhere else. Right, so I don't get confused. Now our lower low and lower high has to change, because why is this 30-minute? Right, we had this break gave us this low and this high, then we had this break, right? This break gave us this high over here. We're still trading between this 30-minute high over here, right, and this 30-minute low down here. Once again, market structure so everybody's not confused what we're talking about. We had lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Then price went up and gave us higher high, and then price went down and gave us lower low. Right, so we're trading between this high and this low. So right now for AU, we just got to be patient, right? I'm not really looking for anything. There's no continuations. Once we get this break of structure in the daily time frame, we know we're going to be looking for lower low to make a lower high. So we'll be waiting for that pullback to be given on AU before we start taking any other trades. EA in the daily time frame, we are in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Once again, we had push number 1, first zone of consolidation, push number 2, second zone of consolidation, push number 3. Right now in the daily time frame, we have a month of rise, which was last month. Cool. This month, price gave us a little higher high going into a higher low. So we'll see what price wants to do for the rest of the month. In the 4-hour time frame, let's go ahead and delete the session breaks. Price gave us a week of drop, then last week gave us a week of rise, so perfect. We're looking good. And if I'm not mistaken, this was a pair that was in a zone of consolidation all week, right? Right, that's exactly what happened. Price was kind of in this zone of consolidation, and we finally started breaking above. Still don't have a clean break of structure, but we'll get there. Right, what I do like is the fact that price gave us a day of rise on Thursday. Friday gave us a second push to the top side. Could we expect price to give us a 3rd day push to the top side going into this new week? Could happen, right? There's 2 things already that I'm looking at that I like, right? The number 1 thing that I like is the crosses of the EMAs, right? The fact that the 50 is above the 200 and we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA is looking good. The second thing, which I'm going to confirm now, is this engulfing candle? Is this a valid engulfing candle? Green, green, red. Every candle needs to have top and bottom wicks. The only candle that doesn't have a bottom wick is this green candle here. Unless it's a small wick. Yeah, it's a very small wick. Okay, perfect. So this is a valid engulfing candle. So now if we start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, right? Not only are we looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA, right? Not only do we have an engulfing candle, and the engulfing candle is sitting right on the 50 EMA. What else do we need to see, right? Higher high, higher low. Higher high. Wouldn't this make sense for price to give us a higher low somewhere in this area to then continue and give us another higher high? Absolutely. So EA is definitely going to be one on my watch list for the beginning of the week. Would love for price to give us this pullback. Would love for price to bounce off of here and give us that 3rd day push to the top side. 30-minute engulfing. Perfect. Right, let's also look at the other time frames. Do we have any daily engulfing candles? 4 hours, nothing in the daily, nothing in the 4 hour. The 1 hour gave us kind of a similar engulfing candle, a little bit higher, but this one doesn't have a bottom wick for sure. Yeah, it does. It's a small wick. The only difference between the 1 hour engulfing and the 30-minute engulfing, the 1 hour engulfing, the green candle, the bullish engulfing candle did not close above the red candle, right? Which makes the 30-minute engulfing a lot stronger. Right, so now for those asking, well, what would the position look like? It would look like something like this. Get into a long position here, stop loss at 8 to 10 pips. We'll use 10 pips, right? And then TP is going to be somewhere in this area at 30, 25, 30 pips. Right? We'll look something like this. We'll continue to monitor it. Now again, the only thing I don't like about this is, again, market structure. Right? At one point we were uptrending, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price went down and gave us a little lower low, change of character. So could this be lower low, lower high to go into a lower low? Absolutely. And again, putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, this is where the market makers are trapping traders, right? Because you have the traders who trade Fibonacci retracements, right? Oh, 50% to a 61.8 retracement going short because you had lower low. This will be a lower high to continue, right? Then on the other hand, you have the traders who are trading going long. Once again, you had a zone of consolidation. Price continued to make higher high and higher low, even after the break of structure to continue. So even though I am going to keep this one on my watch list, I'm going to be very cautious taking this trade. Once again, the reason being is because this could either be a lower low going into a lower high for price to make a lower low, or this could be price breaking the zone of consolidation to give us a higher high, higher low to continue into a higher high. Right? And once again, just to follow the overall trend, right? The overall trend for this pair is higher high, higher low in the 4-hour time frame. In the daily time frame, same thing, higher high and higher low. So once again, whenever you see a pair that in the daily time frame is telling you something different, and then the 4 hours telling you something different, the 30 minutes telling you something different, the easiest thing to do is stay away. Once you start seeing that the daily, the 4 hour, and the 30-minute time frame are all trending in the same direction, making higher highs and higher lows, or vice versa, lower lows and lower highs all together, that's when you want to start taking a trade. Right? So just keep that in mind. Again, it's not impossible to trade. It's not impossible to trade when the markets are all trending in the same way. However, it makes trading so much easier. Right? So with that being said, let's go on to the next one. EA we know is going to be on our watch list for this week. EU on the daily time frame, right? This is one where right now we're just taking a step back. Price was at one point in V1 in the first zone of consolidation. We were looking for that second push to the top side, but price just kept rejecting highs and rejecting lows the entire time. Rejected highs and then started pushing back down to the lows. At this point, we could still see price making lower lows and lower highs with EU. So right now, again, just gonna wait it out. Right, we had a week of counter drop last week. This week, price gave us a second week of drop. So again, price is still making lower lows and lower highs. We're still just gonna be patient. Not gonna force any trades on EU. If EU doesn't look better by the end of this week, then you know it is what it is. We'll have to just go on to the next one. Again, this is why we're not married to just one single pair. Because if one pair isn't moving exactly how you want it to move, or it starts moving awkward and weird, then you just gotta move on and go on to the next one. So more probabilities in your favor, basically. Yeah, exactly. Right, if every single time frame is trending in the same direction, you have a higher probability of trading, right? Because if in the daily time frame, price is at a higher low, and in the 4 hour, price is at a higher low, and in the 30-minute, you see that there's 2 days of rise and price is making a higher low, then you know that the next thing upcoming is from higher low, you have to make a higher high, right? If you're trending higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and you know that you're in the higher low, you know you could take this trade to continue, right? So you just have an easier trade to take, right? So right now for EU, let me know if that made any sense, Mike. So right now for EU, just taking a step back, right? I really don't have anything to update here on EU. Nothing is going in our favor at this point. Price is still moving counter, still making lower lows and lower lows and lower highs. So just gonna skip that one and go on to the next one. ECAD is also one I'm just gonna skip over. We're gonna talk about it obviously, but we know we're in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We know that this pair has a gap here at the bottom of the market. So we know that we want to see that gap being filled. At least I want to see that gap being filled before I start taking trades. Right? We also have 2 weeks of drop counter going against the trend. So once again, nothing really here for me. And on the 30-minute time frame, price gave us same thing, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Price just did a little consolidation this entire week, and then we finished the week on a lower low, right? We gave a break of structure, so now we know that we're trading between this lower high over here, right, and this lower low down here. And we have a day of counter drops. So right now for ECAD, just gonna skip it, go on to the next one. GA, we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. We're looking for the break of structure to happen between above our zone of consolidation, and we got the break of structure. So now that we got the break of structure, we're looking for that higher high to make a higher low. Once again, this higher low that we're looking for, we know that we're in level 3, and level 3 we want to see price bounce off the 50 EMA. Right now, that's exactly where we're at on the daily time frame. Not only are we on the daily 50 EMA, but we're also on the retest of the previous zone of consolidation, right, in this area. We box it up, right, in this area. So not only are we on the retest of the break of structure, we're also on the retest of the 50 EMA, which is where we want to see in level 3. So now let's start looking, right, in the 4-hour time frame. We had a week of drop, then last week price gave us 2 weeks of drop counter, so not good. Price is still making lower lows and lower highs, right? And on the 30-minute time frame, price is still giving us lower low, lower high, and lower low. We had 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, market must push to the top side or give us a no net again, just move sideways, and that's exactly what price did. It just moved sideways. So GA is definitely one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on for this week to give us that push to the top side. However, before I take a trade, I want to start seeing higher highs and higher lows. If I don't get higher highs and higher lows, then I'm not going to be trading. Once I get higher highs and higher lows, then I'll start trading. 4-hour time frame, we have an engulfing candle. So let's mark this up, right? In the 4-hour time frame, we have an engulfing candle here. Right, let's mark this 4-hour engulfing. In the 1-hour time frame, nothing in the 1 hour. In the 30-minute time frame, we do have an engulfing, right? Red, red, green. However, this 4-hour engulfing, this 30-minute engulfing have already been used up before, so we're not in strong zones to be taking these trades, right? I also want to see the 5-minute market structure, right? 5-minute market structure, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Higher high, higher low, right? And then we had change of character, and then break of structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So right now we're just kind of moving sideways, right? So market structure on the 5-minute, we'll have to wait for that as well. If we could get a break of structure, a change of character break of structure clean on the 5-minute time frame, then perfect. We know we could take that trade. However, we'll be keeping an eye on GA for this week as well. Gonna be a good trade. Should be a good pair. GCAD, also we have that gap at the bottom of the market, so I'm not really gonna be updating this one like the other ones, right? But we are in level 2. We're in the second push to the top side. We were making a higher high, looking for a higher low. We know that we have that gap here at the bottom of the market. So once again, this is where I'm going to be looking for price to go down to give us a retest, and then make a decision on whether or not it wants to continue to make lower lows and lower highs, or if it's finally going to turn back around. In the 4-hour time frame, we have 2 weeks of drop, last week being the second week. Counter, again, going against the overall trend. And on the 30-minute time frame, we had 3 days of drop. Price again gave us another push down to the bottom, gave us another lower low, lower high, right? We know we're trading between this lower high over here and the lower low. We still don't have a set lower low, so we're just going to keep this here for tomorrow. We'll update this one tomorrow. GJ, the G's of the J. GJ daily time frame, right? Let's go over that, right? So right now we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. Daily time frame, we're making higher high, higher low, higher high. In the 4-hour time frame, price is making lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price went up and gave us a higher high change of character, higher low, and then went up to the top, failed to give us a new high, gave us a little lower high. However, we're not going to mark it as a lower high because again, price hasn't broken these highs, price hasn't broken these lows. We're still trading between the high and the low. We also had a week of drop last week. This week, price gave us a second week of drop. Could we expect price to continue to push to the bottom side? Right now, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on this pair. right? We're in peak high territory. Anything could happen up here. We had 2 days of drop, Friday being the third day. Price gave us that third day push. So again, technically speaking, I'm not really expecting price to continue the push down to the bottom, right? But we could see that at the end of the week on Friday, end of the trading session, price just continued that push down to the bottom. So not only that, right? At one point we were making lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price went up and gave us a change of character, higher high. And then price went right back down, gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high, and gave us a break of structure, lower low. So right now the trend is down. Right now the trend is down. Price is moving downwards on GJ, but GJ is a pair I'm gonna stay away from. Once I see a clean market makers pattern and clean market structure, that's when I'll start trading GJ. But for now, it's just there's too much noise in the market for GJ. For me to feel comfortable taking a position on GJ. Right, so go on to the next one. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to go over, anything you guys want me to explain, let me know. If not, then once we finish with these pairs that we have on the screen, then we'll be done for the day. Again, we're pretty much just missing GU, US30, USDCAD, ZAR, gold, and Bitcoin, and US oil. So we should be done here in the next 15 minutes. Take my vitamin real quick. Alright, so GU, we know we were in V1, right? We were in the first zone of consolidation, and we made that second push to the top side. We made a break of structure of the zone of consolidation. Give me 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. Sorry, my sister called me. So let's backtrack. Right, daily time frame, we had the break of structure. We're looking for that pullback, right? Higher high going into a higher low, and then we'll be looking for price to continue to a higher high. We had 3 months of drop this month. I'm not expecting price to continue, but GU is looking very similar to EU. Right now, price is just moving. Right, market structure is not really making sense. However, daily time frame we're in an uptrend. 4-hour time frame we're in a downtrend, still making lower lows and lower highs. Right, we have 2 weeks of counter drop. So again, this upcoming week we could be expecting price to give us that new low, but I'm not expecting price to just continue to melt. I am expecting price somehow, some way, at some point, I'm looking for price to give us the low that we're looking for to then make higher highs and higher lows. Right, but again, we just got to be patient. We have to be patient. Right, price is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Still got to just be patient. Right, price is still just moving, so nothing really here else to update. Go to the next one, US30. It's a crazy gap. Alright, so let's talk about it. Let's clear this up a little bit. Alright, so let's start from the daily time frame. Daily time frame, very similar to GJ, very similar to gold. We're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. Right, daily time frame, we're still uptrending. Right, higher high, higher low, waiting to see what price wants to do at these lows. In the 4-hour time frame, we're downtrending. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a lower low. Right, we know that we're trading between this 4-hour high and this 4-hour low. Now, in the 4-hour time frame, we're looking to see this next 4-hour candle. We have to wait until the market's open. If price wants to give us what this candle did, which was a testing candle, and come back up in the zone, or if price wants to give us lower low, lower high into a lower low. Meat man jumper, that's a fucking, somebody take a screenshot of that. That's crazy. Not only that, right? Not only is price still pushing downwards, we had a week of drop last week. This previous week, price gave us a second push to the bottom side. Could we expect price to give us a third week low going into next week? Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me 1 second. Let's finish. Let's add these lines real quick for the week. Hell nah. This guy said meat man jump. Somebody call the cops. Alright, so you have 2 weeks of drop. Could he be expecting the third week? We have this gap at the bottom. Could be expecting price to continue to push down to the bottom. Right? Now, in the 30-minute time frame, at one point we're making lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price went up and gave us a change of character, higher high. Then price went right back down and gave us another change of character, lower low. So still got a little bit to wait here to give us a confirmation as to where price wants to go. But if we could get a change of character break instruction in the 30-minute time frame, we know price is going to go down. If we could get that 4-hour break here at the lows, once the market opens later tonight going into tomorrow, then we know that we could start taking those trades back down to the bottom. Okay. Right, and in the 30-minute time frame, we're trading lower low, lower high, and whatever lower low is set down here. At this point, we will use this entire zone here. We had the break, we had the engulfing candle, we had this, we have a second push, and then not only that, but we also have this gap. So it'll be very important to keep an eye on this gap over here. 30-minute gap. So let's go on to the next one. What are you talking about? Nah, Kendall. I took a screenshot, but you're done for. That's it. You're getting posted on Twitter. You're getting exposed. Mr. Albert, what's good, my brother? Good evening, good evening. Hope you had a great weekend, my brother. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. We're almost done here for today, so any questions, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. USDCAD, we're in V2, right? We've gotten out of the second zone consolidation. We got a break obstruction. We started that third push to the top side, right? We are expecting price to give us a new peak high. So I am expecting price to go up a little bit higher. We had 3 months of rise, so I'm not really expecting price to continue to push to the top side. We had a higher high. I'm looking for a higher low to then continue into the higher high. In the 4-hour time frame as well, we've had a lot of continuations, a lot of weeks of rise. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of rise, right? And then this week, price gave us a no net again, where price is just moving sideways. Let's add a few lines here real quick so we don't have to do this every weekend, even though it feels like I say that every single weekend. But and this week we had a no net, so could price technically continue to push to the top side? Absolutely. And on the 30-minute time frame, we had 3 days of rise. Price gave us 4 days, 4 pushes to the top side. Right, we know we're still trading between this 30-minute high up here. And again, guys, everything is color coordinated. 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows are red. 4-hour highs, 4-hour lows are blue. Daily lows and daily highs are gray. Right, so still waiting it out. USDZAR is pretty much very similar. Right, we had a rise no net on the third day, gave us a fourth push to the top side, gave us higher high, higher low, and higher high. In the 4-hour time frame, same thing. We had higher high, higher low, higher high. We had 3 weeks of rise. On the third week, price gave us a rise no net. So this week we were expecting price to give us the push to the top side. It's looking good. Now on the daily time frame, we're in V2. We're still in the zone of consolidation. Once again, if you notice, every time price reaches the bottom, testing, reaches the high, testing, reaches the bottom, testing, high, testing, 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 right? We're back at the highs. Notice how we still have this gap at the bottom of the market. So could price test these highs once again and go right back down to the bottom to then test the lows again to then continue the push to the top side? Of course. Right, so we want to be very patient with USDZAR. Once again, we've reached a point on ZAR where you just got to take a step back. Right, be patient with it and then take our trades accordingly. He said, nah, no way, nah, bro, it's there. You're done, bro. They're gonna know you for who you really are, Kendall. Hey, yo, Kendall, what do you mean by that, bro? Yo, Kendall got caught 4K, bro. I can't believe it. Hell no. Gold we're in PCAD territory. Gold we're in PCAD territory, right? So in the daily time frame, we're still making. Technically, let's take a step back, right? In the daily time frame, we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price gave us a lower low change of character. However, again, that change of character is not a confirmation that price is turning around. This could just be the inducement, right, for price to continue to push to the top side. We see that confirmation in the 4-hour time frame. Right, in the 4-hour time frame, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a lower low change of character, lower high, break of structure, lower low, and then we've been stuck in the zone of consolidation for the last couple weeks, pretty much last couple months since November. Right? Let's do that. I fucking hate TradingView. I really wish we could go back to MT4. I'm not gonna lie. If we could have the MT4 platform, right, but have the trading view accessibility, like how to move the charts and zooming in and doing this, like you couldn't do that on MT4. But if we could have those features on MT4, I would be using MT4 a lot more than TradingView. So we have 2 weeks of rise, next week being the 3rd week. Could we expect price to give us that 3rd push to the top side once again? Right, look at the zone of consolidation. How many times did price reject these highs? Right, so in order for us to continue to see price push to the top side, we'd love to see a break of structure happen first. Again, we know that we have this gap at the bottom of the market, so let's just take a step back and put all the pieces of the puzzle together. If price rejected these highs and went short, and price rejected these highs and went short, and price rejected these highs and went short, could we expect price to reject these highs and go short again to the bottom of the zone of consolidation? Absolutely. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. Right, at this point on gold, I'm still bearish until price. I'm going to look for 2 things. I'm still bearish until price covers this gap, or until price gives me a break of the top of the zone of consolidation. If we could get price to break these highs, then perfect. We'll continue that push to the top side, and the chart will look very similar to AUDUSD. If price rejects these highs and we start making lower lows and lower highs, then we know we could take these trades back down to the bottom. Those are the 2 things that I'm going to be looking for on gold. Till then, I'm not going to be messing with this chart. We also had 4 days where price has just been making higher highs and higher lows, right? So just gonna be patient. We don't have any engulfing candles here. Nothing in the daily, or nothing in the 1 hour, nothing in the 30, nothing in the 4 hour, nothing in the daily. So just gonna take a step back on gold and go to the next one. Keep an eye on this for this week. Internet will be back on Monday morning. Finally, bro. I got an MT5 broker, 1 to 2,000 leverage. Yeah, it's crazy. That's not bad though. I trade with a 1 to 500. I use Trade Locker though for like to take my trades. I'll use Trade Locker. I don't mind Trade Locker because it's pretty much very similar to TradingView. But like to update my charts and do this, I would love to do this on MT4 rather than on TradingView. I really don't like TradingView. I never did. Been busy with meat lately, Kendall. What the fuck, Mike? Hey, yo. Plexi Trade? Alright, that's the broker you use. Yeah, I've heard of them. Can you go over AUDUSD? Yeah, I could go over AUDUSD again. I got you. Let me finish with these last 2 and then we'll go back to AU. Alright, so Bitcoin, let's update this since it opens in the weekends. We know that on Friday we had a day of rise. On Saturday, price gave us a no net. Price is just moving sideways. And then today, Sunday, market closes at 8 p.m. But we can see that price is still within that zone. Let's go to the daily time frame first, right? Daily time frame, we're in V2, right? We're actually in level 3. We already broke out of V2, the second zone of consolidation. We had to break of structure. We had to retest to continue the push to the top side. Right now, price is just moving sideways, right? Which we could see that in the 4-hour time frame a little bit more clear, right? God, goddamn session breaks. We have a week of drop, so no continuations, and we have an engulfing candle. Hey yo, Take a trade right now. Get in buys Bitcoin right now, right now. Get in before it's too late. 4-hour engulfing. Do you have anything in the daily? Let's see. Nothing in the daily. Right, in the 4-hour, the only thing that's not bullish is the EMA crossing, so this is still not ready to be traded just yet. We had a little inducement of the lows here in the 30-minute as well. And on the 30-minute time frame, right, at one point we were trading lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high. Then price went all the way down and gave us a little inducement of the low, lower low, change of character. And we know we're trading between this 30-minute high and 30-minute low. Right, and again, the EMA crossings are still bearish at this point as well, just using that as a little set of confluence for the chart. So still not ready to take a trade on Bitcoin, but we will be keeping a very close eye on Bitcoin. And then last but not least, oil, and then we'll go over AUDUSD now, right after oil. So oil, we know that price was at the bottom of the zone of consolidation in a downtrend. We're in A1, first zone of consolidation in a downtrend. Again, price rejected lows, went high, rejected highs, went low, rejected lows, went high, rejected highs, went back low, rejected lows, and now price is pushing back to the top side. So once again, this is just a waiting game, right? In the 4-hour time frame, we had 3 weeks of rise. So this upcoming trading week, I'm not expecting price to continue to push down to or push up to the top side. I am expecting price either give us a no net, just move sideways, or I'm looking for price to give us a push down to the bottom. And on the 30-minute time frame, right, we could see that in the 5-minute we had a little engulfing candle. We'll see that first real quick. Right, in the 5-minute time frame, in this higher high, price gave us an engulfing candle. Right, all candles have top and bottom wicks. Second green candle closed above the first red candle. Right, went down, closed above or closed below the first green candle, gave us a beautiful bearish engulfing candle. Just kind of waiting to see, does price want to respect this engulfing candle and go short? Does price want to respect the rules after 3 days of rise, go down the next day? The 4-hour, right, does price want to respect the 2 weeks, 3 weeks of rise, then give us the no net of the drop? Kind of just waiting. Right, and right now price gave us 2 days of counter rise going against the trend. So just got to be patient with oil as well. I don't really have anything here. Price still moving counter, still making higher highs and higher lows, when overall we want to start seeing lower lows and lower highs. So just going to be patient with US oil for now. And going back to AU, so AU is still making lower lows, lower highs, right? So for AU, once again, we're in A2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the bottom. Right now, we already know we have three months of drop. So this month, I'm not really expecting price to continue to go lower. Right? We also know that we're at the bottom of our daily low. So what we're looking for here at these lows, to give us a confirmation that price is going to make lower low, lower high to continue into a lower low, to continue pushing down to the peak low that we had previously. We want to see that confirmed break of structure here in the daily time frame. If this red candle closes below and the next daily candle closes below without touching the break of structure line, then we know that this is where we'll look for lower low, lower high to be made somewhere here, for price to continue to make lower lows. Right, so that's what I'll be looking for on AU. Going into the 4-hour, once again, same thing. We're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. In a lower low, what are we expecting? We're expecting the lower low to be set, for price to then give us a pullback, make a lower high, to then continue and make another lower low. So 4-hour, again, just got to be a little bit patient. We're still making lower lows, lower highs, so it's still looking good. And on the 30-minute time frame, same thing. Right, where are we? We're already at the lower low. Once again, after a lower low is set, what are we looking for? We're looking for a lower high. Right, just so we could be clear on, like, what do I mean by that? It's the same thing that we were looking for here. Right, when price made lower low, lower high, and gave us the break of structure, right, and gave us a lower low, what were we looking for? We were looking for a pullback. Right, once we got the pullback, once we saw that this change of character was just the inducement. Why? Because price then went down, gave us a higher low, went back up, rejected the highs, gave us a lower high, right? And already here you can see that in the 5-minute time frame, after price rejected, what did price do? Higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, lower high, break of structure, lower low, lower high, boom, to make lower low, right? Once we started seeing that, what did price give us? On the second day of drop, price gave us a 15-minute engulfing candle, right? Once price gave us that 15-minute engulfing candle in retest, what did price do? Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, lower high, lower low, break of structure, lower high, boom. Second set of entries right before the NYC open to continue into a lower low. That's 2 days of drop, right? On the third day of drop, what happened? Price gave us a second day of drop, gave us a pullback, same thing. Price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, lower high, lower low, break of structure, lower high, right before price gave you that third day low, boom, you have another easy entry for a 372 to go right back down to the bottom, right? So it's the same thing that we were looking for this entire week on AUD USD is the exact same thing that we're looking for now for this upcoming week on AUD USD, right? We're looking for price to continue the trend, right? We're looking for price to give us a lower low, lower high, and then in the lower high, that's when we want to start looking for trades to go back down to the lower low. Can you explain the daily engulfing candle and its importance? I got you. Jumping off on the 20th. It's part of entries. Yeah. Yeah, Albert. So the daily engulfing candles is the same as a 4-hour engulfing candle, is the same as a 1 hour, a 30-minute, a 15-minute engulfing candle. So the engulfing candles is a point of interest as to where price, number one, we'll start off with this, right? An engulfing candle is showing you the strength as to where price wants to go, right? Think of an engulfing candle as the same thing as a double bottom or a double top. Is the exact same thing, right? When price prints a double bottom, you know that price is going to push to the top side. You know that when price prints a double top, that means price is going to go down, right? So if price prints a daily engulfing candle, a bearish daily engulfing candle, or a bearish 4-hour engulfing candle, or a 30-minute bearish engulfing candle, then you know that price is going to go down. If price prints a bullish engulfing candle, whether it's in the daily, the 4-hour, the 30-minute, the 15, then you know price is going to push to the top side, right? The thing with the engulfing candles, it'll give you a crystal clear entry point as to where you want to see price retest to continue. So in this case for AUD USD, right, in the 15-minute, and again, you could go back if you want to go back to Tuesday's or I'm sorry, if you want to go to Tuesday's isolation session, right, when we were going over the market, right? So Tuesday night, we talked about this. I even said it in the live session. I'm like, oh, perfect. It looks like AU wants to give us a bearish engulfing candle. If we could get that bearish engulfing candle and retest, that's what we'll start looking for price to continue to go short. And again, it's the same thing. It's just lower low, lower high, lower low. We're looking for a lower high to be set. So those engulfing candles give you a point of interest as to where price is going to give you a retest to then continue the trend to make lower low, lower high into the lower lows. I hope that makes sense, Albert. And those engulfing candles are used the exact same way on every single time frame, whether it's a 15, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, or daily. And you want me to go over GJ? I got you, Kendall. GJ for me right now, I'm just taking a step back on it. I'm not really trading it. For example, GJ on the higher time frame, right? Again, we're still making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. 4-hour time frame, right? At this point, we can say that price is moving sideways, right? We've rejected these highs, we've rejected these lows, right? So we're kind of in a zone of consolidation here on GJ on the 4-hour time frame. We have 2 weeks to drop, but price finished at the low. So could we expect price to continue to make new lows? It could happen, right? To continue the trend, lower low, lower high, lower low. But very similar to AU, right? Right now, price is literally at the lower low. So for Monday, I really want to trade this. You know, again, we have 3 days of drop. On the 4th day, I'm looking for price to give me a pullback. Once again, we had lower low, lower high, lower low. Dude, come on. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Could we expect price to give us a lower high? And then Monday, Tuesday, we'll start looking for that lower low again? Of course. So that's pretty much it. GJ doesn't really have any other explanation towards it. We just gotta continue to follow the trend. Why not enter on the first entry model for AU? You could have, but I wasn't really looking at the entry model. If you're talking about this one, if you go to the Discord, you'll see that E traded it. But I wasn't looking at AU on Tuesday. I actually had this off. I wanted to see price first give me the break of structure right? And then enter. So if you look at the Discord, device trading Discord, you saw that he caught all of this. He caught all the moves. If you just scroll up to Tuesday, or to Monday, sorry, you'll see that he caught all of the moves. He caught all of these trades this week. But me personally, even though yes we had the rejection, again the 100% confirmation, the trade that I like to always take would be after the break of structure. Once we get the break of structure, that's it. I'm looking for the same thing. Even though the entry model is the exact same up here, these trades here, the second day, the third day, are a lot more high probability than this one up here, right? So taking a trade up here, let's say it'll give you a 50 to 60% strike rate. Waiting for these trades down here, that's going to be 100% every single time, right? So it's really just about, again, what we talk about every single time we're in the Discord, right? It's really being able to see high probability versus low probability, right? We know that after the rejection, if we could get a change of character, break of structure, we could take that trade, no problem, right? But, you know, what are the odds of price coming back down here and then coming back up to the top side? Again, and I showed you the example, the same example as gold. Remember that trade we were going over on gold that looked like price wanted to continue to go short, but right before price went down, we had the change of character higher high, right? And then price just gave us a change of character higher high, higher low to make a higher high. Is the same thing that could have happened here. That's why if you just wait for those confirmations, again, could you take this trade? Yes, of course you can. You could 100% take this trade. In hindsight, yeah, fucking perfect. I wish I would have held that trade, right? But if we go back to gold and we go back to AU and we look at the differences, you'll start seeing like, okay, cool, yeah, every time we get this break of structure, every single time we get that break of structure, we're going to get the continuations. Now, the time we don't get the break of structure, again, could price continue to push down to the bottom? Of course, it happens. But when it doesn't happen, right, it looks very identical to what happened with gold, where we didn't get the break of structure and price continued to push to the top side, right, which is what happened here. We had the change of character, higher high, right? Price went, gave us a higher low and continued and made a higher high, right? Comparing it to AU gave us a higher high, right? But then it continued. That was the inducement. Price failed to make new highs and then made lower lows and lower highs. So that's the reason why I personally, you'll always see me wait for that high probability. I don't care how fucking good the trades look at the top, especially when price just gave us a change of character higher high, right? If price would have rejected, let's say price would have rejected these highs instead and we would have never gotten a change of character, and then price would have given us this type of move here, a double top, of course we're taking this trade 100%. We already had the inducement. Price failed to break the highs, gave us a retest to continue to push down to the bottom. But the fact that price gave us that change of character, I still just want to wait for a little bit more confirmation to make sure that price isn't going to give me higher high, higher low, higher high, or higher high, higher low, higher high. I want to wait for those confirmations, right? So it's really just that. That's the only reason why I personally didn't take this trade. But again, the trades could have been taken. You know, again, we'll open up the Discord and we'll show everybody, even the people that are not in the Discord, right? These are the trades that I'm talking about. That these are the trades that E took. This is his trades, right? You had the high, you had the rejection, he got the change of character, break of structure, he got it on the retest, boom. Day number 1, first day of drop, right? Boom, lower low, lower high, boom. Second day of drop, right back down to the bottom, boom, lower low, lower high. You had the change of character, you had the break of structure, boom. That was the entry, lower low, lower high. And he took 2 trades here. He took the first one on the break of structure retest, and then he took a continuation to continue into those lows, right? So again, it's definitely possible. It's 100% possible to take those trades. There's no doubt. But it's, again, waiting for the highest probability trade to take. AU is babe. Facts, Mike. Caught the whole move. Yeah, you know, he saw it. Right, definitely makes sense. I can't see in Discord. I'm on my Neocord. It's gonna be in the oh, you're in your, I got you. Let me know if you got that invite. Oh, like Neocore, what are we talking about? I got you. And then you said you got the jackfruit in a package. What the fuck? I never heard of it in a package. Got you, Mr. Neo. I'll give you perms to AUDUSD student. You should be good now. Yeah, if you go to the trading discussion, just scroll up to like Monday, pretty much the beginning of the week. You'll see it. You'll see his charts. He posted it in the. He signed into the Vice Trading Academy Discord, so all the trades you see that he posts are gonna be in the Vice Trading Academy, the Discord, the user. Alright, let me go back to the YouTube chat. So any other questions, guys, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, we'll be pretty much done for the day. We'll be done for the night. And we'll be back tomorrow. Again, tomorrow I'm not sure if I'll be doing a live session. First day of the week. What I might do is just wake up, turn the stream on, go over the charts. If there's anything left, then we'll look for it. We'll look for any entries. But I'll let you guys know tomorrow morning. We'll see how price opens tonight, and then we'll talk about entries tomorrow morning. Any other questions, let me know. We'll give you guys another couple seconds here. Anything at all? Anything you guys want me to go over? No questions? You guys are good? Alright. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Hope everybody has a great trading week as well. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. If I don't stream tomorrow morning, then again we'll be live again during the isolation session at 7 p.m. Again, everything we do here is free. We do one-on-one sessions for free. The daily live sessions are free. We have the live trading session from 6 to 10 a.m. The isolation session from 7 to 8 p.m. The weekly market breakdown, which is this session every weekend, every Sunday. Everything we do is completely free. So see you tomorrow, brother. Alright, Albert. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.